Okay, so this time on Beard Builds, we're going to start chopping the car up, and Leia, God, get out of it. Helper Dog has missed me today because kind of a bit of a late intro. The intro that I filmed was somehow missing, so I've gone back and sneakily done this one. So as you can tell, I'm a little bit filthy, and already made progress on where we're at. So in this episode we're going to chop the tunnel out, get the fuel tank out, make sure that it's all good to go, and then that way we can plan on where we're actually going to cut the car for the boot structure for the couch. Alright, stay tuned, legends. So, one thing I didn't want to do was manage to end up with a shitload of broken glass in my shed. Trying to cut around that top edge of the window, got the blade cord up the very top corner there, and it did this. As you can see, and here, still cracking away just casually. Yep. All of the broken glass to be cleaned up now. Yay! Hey look! Ray! Found your pliers, buddy. Okay, so as you've just witnessed with me and my friend, my Ryobi shop back, was kind of very unsuccessful at getting the back window out of this thing. But the other problem is I don't really want to look in the boot because I don't know if you can see it or not, but let me just take it out from there. All the holes that are in the parcel shelf that now doesn't exist. Oop, missed a bit. Well, guess what? I'd imagine the boot itself is going to be pretty full of glass as well, so I might get to that. I'll take you around and show you part of the tunnel that I cut out. So, up across the top of the fireball there's all cut, all the way down the side there to that point there. I just have to get a I had a spot weld drill bit, and I don't know how I managed it, but it managed to chip the corner off it, so it's pretty much fingered now. So yeah, I've just got to get that brace out for the seats, and then I can continue to cut the tunnel down. But yeah, certainly won't be cutting the tunnel because it's a wee bit late at night for that. But yeah, oh well, progress is progress. One gets around after sundown, that's all. Okay, so day 2 of trying to get the tunnel and everything out. Got to pull the entire rear subframe out of this car, so that's all got to come out so that I can get the fuel tank out, so I can finish chopping the tunnel, and then obviously the rest of the car off, the back of the car off. Last thing I really want to be doing is chopping a car up with a fuel tank in there with about 40 odd litres of fuel in it, because yeah, we all know what happens there, bad news. So last night I managed to pull apart all the right hand side, got the diff out. Now I've just got to pull apart all the left hand side, finish jacking it up, get the rest of the mounting bolts for the rear subframe loosened off, so I'm hoping that I can just sort of lower it enough to get the tank sort of wobbled out. But we'll see how we go from there. But yeah, it's going to be another full on day with that, so I'll try and get some video of that while we're going along too, but pretty much since I don't own a hoist or anything like that, it's just going to be me flat out on my back for the next probably 3 or 4 hours. So we'll go from there. Okay, great success. Finally got the fuel tank out, and as you can tell, maybe not, far north Queensland is turning on a great dry season day, and it's now starting to rain again. So yeah. Okay, so after having to remove the entire rear subframe to get the fuel tank out, there's a fair reason why. So, that's the fuel tank out of a VE Commodore. So, main fuel pump, lift pump for the other side, because it actually goes over the tunnel. So that's transmission tunnel area in there. And as you can tell, this is the section here that's hidden up away, tucked up underneath the rear subframe. So now that that's out, and I've scored myself mower fuel for probably, I don't know, say the next month or so, we're going to get back to finally doing what we're meant to be doing with this thing, and hacking the crap out of it. Okay, so the tunnel's almost out now. So as you can see there, yes, I happened to let all the glass down on the ground there out at the back of the car when the back of the tunnel fell off. But yeah, so I've just got one small section to cut up the front here, and then we're gravy. Tunnel's out. Just don't know if I got the video of it before, but hang on, we'll come outside, let it adjust. Right, cool, there's the fuel tank. So hot tip for VE owners, you have to remove your entire rear subframe to get your fuel tank out. Super fun job. You should really try that. It's life affirming. Yeah, so I better get off my ass and zip this part of the tunnel out, and then I can actually start cutting for the bits that I want. So yeah, looking forward to it. I'm the truth. One VE tunnel removed. Okay, that's probably going to cap it off for today's work. So, as you can see, now it's a little bit more better appreciation on just exactly how much is now missing from the tunnel. So, that's all done now. Now, the big plan I've got is, so I don't know if you'll be able to see it, the light and everything. I need to be able to retain the boot mechanism cable. So, what I'm actually going to do is, I want to leave it with the boot lid on. So, every other car couch that I've seen has them as bootless, and then the seats just sort of upholstered around it. I still want to do that, but I want my top part to be able to fold down and then the boot to close, and then it's pushed up against the wall and it just looks exactly like the back of the car. So we'll see how we go with that. But yeah, I mean, if it works out that it's going to be too hard, then I will just do it bootless, and then I'll probably chop a little bit more off the car as well. So yeah, chopping has begun, and next I guess we'll make sure that we can mark out the boot exactly where we want it. I've still got to remove the curtain airbags there. I might see if I can flog them off, who knows. You never know, somebody might want them, like a wrecker or something, or not a wrecker, a panel beater or something that's got a car in. But yeah, so that's probably going to be it for this one, but we'll see. Okay, so I've been thinking about how I'm going to cut this. So I don't know if you can see it or not. Got some rough pencil marks there on where I'm going to cut it. Now, I'm unsure on whether I want to keep the fuel flap or not. If I don't, that means I can just chop it at the start of the rear bar and go straight up through there and then cover that in. But I'd like to actually keep that so that, I don't know, potentially maybe later on you could put the hose down there and flush it out. Because my plan is to have underneath of the seat actually be like esky type storage, so that the seat's actually more than just a seat, it's actually functional. So I guess we'll move on from there. Okay guys, that's going to be it for this video. Got all the tunnel stuff chopped, everything like that. Made a start on the boot cut, well, more than a start. Boot's pretty much now only just sort of hanging on in a couple of spots so that I can get it ready to actually drop off. I've still got to go out and get all the steel that I need to make the frame for it, so we can just drop it straight onto a frame, then move it out of the way. Want to try and get all of the boot stuff done in like maybe a couple of videos. That way I can just sort of focus on that content and get that done and out of the way, and we'll go from there. But don't forget to like and subscribe, get the bell on, say here, bing, and me and Helper Dog will see you next time. And as always, cheers for watching, legends. Have a good one.